Hi everybody, I'm just in the car. I'm heading to town. What is it? Today's the 16th. Wasn't planning on doing this, but our temperatures are dropping. So we're gonna get down to, in the next few days, down to -9 Celsius, which is like 16 Fahrenheit. So I want to get a double poly over my broccoli that's outside, and I want to get a row cover over the spinach that's in the greenhouse, just to give it a bit more protection. So I'm going to head off to my favorite hardware store in town and see what they got for poly. I'm hoping I don't have to go into Penticton, but we'll see. I need to get it long enough. So let's get on the road. So I forgot to mention that it's trying to snow. We were supposed to get rain at about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and then possibly get snow around 4 o'clock, but trying to snow now. That's why I'm heading to town now. So here's Timbermart. This is my go-to for coming and getting all my stuff that I need for building, etc. This is my first stop, and then if they don't have it, then I go elsewhere. So gonna go shopping. So I've got the poly. I got 50 feet, what, 2.5 meters wide. So what is that? 6, 7, I'd have to look it up. I'll let you know when I edit the video. I'll put it up top. So 50 feet will do me. That'll be great. So I'm going to get that done. But I also decided, since I'm here, I need to go see if they have some lumber tarps. And so let's go take a look, and I'll tell you why I need those. First off, I got to be careful I don't land on my keister. It's a bit icy out here, but here they have a bin and they throw their lumber tarps in it. And so I'm going to pack those all up, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I think I've got 8 in here. The last one I didn't fold up. It's too big. Got to get Mom to help me fold it up. So let's get those home. So this is what our front lawn looks like, if you can call it a lawn. It has more weeds than anything else here, and I hate it. And also we live in high desert, so why are we wasting water? So the plan is to dig up all the grass, go down about 4 inches or therefore. I would like to put a bit of a retaining wall along here. I don't know if that'll happen or not. We'll wait and see. And then we're going to put gravel in here. What I also hope to do is put, like right in this area, you know, a flower bed of some sort, have some pots along the pathway. Just make it look really, really nice. Not sure if we're going to have time to do that this year, but I want to be prepared. But I'm going to give it a good shot. And let me show you kind of what it's looking like in the backyard. Just going to grab the poly out of the back so I can get those beds done. So you can always find something to do around your property, and you don't necessarily have to wait till spring to do it. I am going to be getting into my garage and building a bunch of furniture and stuff. So that's why I'm cleaning up my garage right now. But let's get back in here and take a look. So at the end of this path here, and well, this here too, I'm going to put the lumber tarps down in here and then put gravel down in it. I had started this past fall in here. Might even mean earlier than that, but you get busy. So I have 2 layers of poly down, black lumber tarps, and I have to pull it up because the voles dug under it almost immediately. And same thing down here. So I wasn't able to finish putting the gravel in here. So once things thaw, that is what I'm going to do. But right now, I wanted to get this bed over here, get an extra layer of poly over it, and then the spinach inside. So let's get to that. My hoops, and I'm just going to get those into place right now. I'm going to have to shimmer the wood over, and I want to try to loop it under afterwards. But I'm just going to get rid of the snow and put the hoops in. Well, since I have to move a couple of these little hoops over a little bit, I thought we'd take a look at the broccoli. And it's growing good. I've got new leaves coming in there. So I'm very happy, but just going to give it some extra protection. So the outer edge of the bed is frozen, so I need something. I think my scissors will work to poke a hole in to get my wire in. Okay, that was fun, but I got them in there, and now lay out the poly and get it cut. My scissors are down at the other end, so I'm good to go. Those are my water lines. I just drain them in the fall. I don't take them out, and this will be my third year I think I've had them down here. They're fine. I mean, I'll have to start replacing some of them as we go, but I just don't want them hanging over the end when I put the poly on. So I have the second layer over top. Oh, I just noticed I need to pin it down there. I put a 3x3 along it to hold it down. I mean, look, now we have sun. Snowflakes have gone away. We got some blue sky over there, but there does look like, oh no, I don't know. Maybe it came through early. So I'm just gonna tack this down. I use bricks and get into the greenhouse. Okay, it's warm in here. Things are melting. You can see all the drops that are coming down, and I've got the poly down at the end. I don't plan on cutting the poly. I'm just gonna roll it out. I forgot the hoops. I need to go get the hoops, but the spinach is looking good. I'm happy with how it's looking, so now it's time to get it covered up. So here's the hoops that I'm going to use here, and I just picked these up at Dollarama. So check out your local dollar stores. It's amazing what you can get from there. So I'm going to start putting all these hoops out and get them covered up. Okay, it's all tucked in. Let's have a chat. Once you get your tunnels in and covered up, you want to watch out for the weather. Today the sun is out. Wasn't supposed to be, but who knows what happens. You want to watch the temperature. So in the greenhouse today, it's warming up. Not warm, but it's warming up. So I need to get some thermometers. I need one in the greenhouse. I need one under this tunnel here. I need one under the broccoli tunnel, and I need one in the cold frame. So for right now, I need to try to find 4 of them. I'll probably go on Amazon and order those so I can stick them under the poly in each one of those environments, because you don't want to go from freezing to cooking. So we could go from frozen spinach to cooked spinach, and in this case, frozen spinach is better than cooked spinach. The heat can absolutely kill it. So I will take and watch this over the next few days. If we get sunshine out, I will come out and check them and maybe uncover them or open them up to let them cool down a bit. But it's a fine line. You want to keep it at a decent temperature where it'll keep growing and keep the bed warm at night. But the outside ones I probably don't need to worry about, at least not as much. But this one inside here, this is the one I'm really going to have to keep an eye on and not forget about it, because you get busy doing other things and then you forget. And I come down to the potting shed first thing in the morning. I take the water out of my dehumidifier, and then I'm back in the evening again taking the water out of my dehumidifier and watering it in my plants that need to be watered. I'm not out here usually midday, and that's when I want to check the temperature and see things like that. So I'll need to start making another trip out here. And again, you'll hear all sorts of people telling you not to start now. Don't start now. But if you got the right kind of coverage and stuff like that, I mean, try it, test it. And year to year, I mean, next year we could be 20 below Celsius, which is, I'm not even sure what that is Fahrenheit. I'll put it up above. Oh, I think that's -4. Yes, if I'm right. No, 16 is -4. That's it. 16 Fahrenheit is -4 Celsius. So if it gets down to, like I said, though, like -20 Celsius, then we have to watch it out here. I mean, I might not be able to grow. I could grow in the greenhouse if I have some giant water barrels or whatever that I'm keeping heated, and that's what I want to try next year. I want to set it up so I can have some grow lights in here, some heat lamps if I need to, so that I can be growing stuff in the ground. But I also want it out of here because I'll start putting flowers and stuff out here, the cold hardy ones, the beginning of April. So just try. I mean, and you don't know year to year. I mean, it could seem like it's going to be a good year for growing in the winter time, and you get like 3-4 weeks into it, 5 weeks, 6, and all of a sudden you get this big freeze, like super freeze, that kills everything off. It could happen. But if it's like this year, I know where a lot of you guys are, it's been super cold, you got lots of snow, and we don't. So year to year is different, but I'm willing to spend a few seeds and start my seedlings and get them out in the garden and see what happens. I could have a great crop, and so far it's looking pretty good. As long as we don't turn around and February dumps like 2 feet of snow on us and gets super cold. But who knows, I might still be able to save all my plants. So there's nothing wrong with trying, just not where you want to go and buy seedlings and bring them home and plant them, because that's expensive. But if you have seeds and you can start your own seedlings, give it a shot, and who knows what happened. Year to year is different. So wasn't planning on this video, but with the weather changing, I thought I just needed to give these guys a little bit of extra protection. And so happy gardening, everybody. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure, give it a like, and I love the comments. I will respond to your comments. I love getting comments. And let me know where you're from. I know I've got a lot of people recently that have been subscribing that are in a zone 6AB, and we can have fun. It's interesting to see what other people are doing, and I love hearing what you're doing. So like I said, see you on the next video, and make sure and subscribe. Bye everybody from My Mini Homestead.